President. Well, I mean, I almost feel sorry for those that have to come in here and do take note on behalf of their ministers, because that answer given by Minister McAllister didn't even last to the end of question time before she had to come in and clarify it. And I've got to ask the question, what kind of lack of moral compass is held by those opposite that when it is clear an Australian veteran has been defamed, already proven, nice big settlement on the Australian taxpayers' dime from the ABC, when an Australian veteran has been defamed because they have showed falsified vision and soundtracks, and not only once, not only did they do it in Mark Willis's, it's now been demonstrated today, the 7:30 report weren't happy with taking it from 1 gunshot to 6 gunshots. Oh no, that wasn't enough for them. That wasn't enough of a lie to tell for them. They had to then make it 12 gunshots. So the question asked today was not about the independence of the ABC, was not about the funding of the ABC, not about any of the other straws that Senator Green was clutching at. And when she talked about regional reporting, as an old Moree girl, somewhere we used to get quite adverse weather, did have ABC. What I can tell you is I wanted that reporting to be factual. I didn't want them to say, oh, there's going to be a hailstorm this afternoon when there was going to be a light sprinkle. We needed factual reporting, but now the ABC is not held to those standards by those opposite. Truth in journalism is a concept they don't understand, at the great irony that they're now trying to put up a bill around mis- and disinformation, that somehow the minister will be responsible for determining that. We now see a clearly bereft of moral compass government who think blatantly lying about an Australian veteran is acceptable and should be defended in this chamber rather than condemned. And we know that it's pathetic because clearly Minister Rowland has been on the phone going, oh no, quick, get in there. I did actually ask for a briefing because this is unacceptable. So well done to Michelle Rowland. At least I hope Shell has some understanding of that compass. I'm sorry, Minister Rowland. But even Maurice Newman, the former CEO or the chair of the ABC, has called them a self-serving collective and the shameless megaphone of the left. Well, that's why those opposite will never dare utter a word against their friends at the ABC, because it is their taxpayer-funded cheer squad. And as we enter election season, let me tell you, they need all their buddies at the ABC to be on board. But I just did want to actually mention Heston Russell is a very dear friend of mine. In fact, I spoke to him the other night to see how he was going. I was the only politician — there'll be lots that tell you they're good friends of his — but I was the only politician that provided him with an affidavit in regards to his defamation suit, because talking to Heston, seeing Heston, hosting Heston at my house, I saw the damage that was being done to an Australian war hero by this vindictive campaign being led by the ABC, a campaign that those opposite have now dismissed as something more than a threat to the independence of the ABC. If the ABC can't govern itself to tell the truth, somehow or other I'm starting to think they might have given up the right to some of that independence. They have no capability to tell the truth. They have no capability to abide by their own charter. They have no ability to have respect for the taxpayers, every single one of you here today, that funds not only all the management, not only the producers, not only the journalists, also the editors, which we know there'll be one of them they'll be throwing under a bus pretty soon, because it won't be any of the senior journos or producers. This is the opportunity for the new chair, Mr Williams, to come in and say enough is enough. Stop wasting taxpayer dollars on Louise Milligan specials, on 7:30 reports, on every other four-corner story that gets them through the courts. We know how much money they've cost. Heston Russell's case so far is around $3.5 million, and now with these latest 2 revelations of duplicity, might just cost all of us, you, me and everyone else, a whole heap more. Those opposite need to hold journalism at the ABC to account and stop using independence as a smokescreen.